All right, so what do we have here? So first of all, I wanted to show the big divergence that we have. So we have ES, which yesterday, after breaking above the overnight high, it went to that 7600 area that I mentioned in the morning. Left a bullish imbalance. You see the point of control is up here versus the low of the day, pointing to 7632. And now overnight we're trading inside yesterday's range, inside of yesterday's value. Now look at NQ, which also left a bullish imbalance yesterday, but look at overnight. We have a B-shaped profile, bearish imbalance pointing to the previous week's low, and we're trading completely outside yesterday's value and accepting inside yesterday's outside of yesterday's range, below yesterday's range, right at below the 20-day point of control. So when things are like that, it makes kind of a little bit difficult, because you can't go long on ES if NQ is dropping. It's not gonna work very well. Yeah, I think it's you, Matsi, because we were just talking with Don. You can still hear me, right, Don? No?
Yeah, I can hear you
okay.
fine.
Yeah, I think it's you. Oh, I'm talking and he's saying he can't hear. So if somebody can type on the chat that is him, I appreciate it. Anyway, so basically what I'm saying is that you can't go long on ES if NQ is dropping. So that's something to keep in mind. Keep that keep those two charts together so you can see how one is moving. If you're trading, so if you're gonna go short, you gotta short the weakest one, right? Don't short ES thinking that it's gonna catch up with NQ, right? Now if you see last night, look at all this big order flow. This is not normal for an overnight session. This huge, big size orders for the overnight session. So I don't know, I haven't looked at the news last night, but I have a feeling this has to do with the rebalancing of SpaceX entering Nasdaq this today. Maybe that's why we're seeing this divergences and this big order flow at night. I'm not sure. This pure speculation without digging too much into it. But that's something to keep in mind, knowing that there could be some interesting order flow because of that. But having said all that, scenarios for today. As long as we stay inside yesterday's value, things could be a bit choppy. Maybe we test yesterday's close. Maybe we attempt to take these two highs. But so we have a bunch of highs here. Like we have the previous week's high, we have another weekly high here, and we have these two highs and another one from, I don't know from when, but from a while back, from this session, June 17, I think it is, or 16. So if we, same as usual, right? If we look above these highs and then we fail to hold and come back inside the overnight range and inside yesterday's value, we could see a move back down to the 75.90 area first, which is the area with most volume, and then watch for continuation to sweep through value. Now if we reject yesterday's value and come back below yesterday's value area low, I'm looking for some support at June's high. You can see here this low volume node. You can see how it was resistance, and then we broke yesterday and we held this level. So looking for this as a minor support. If it breaks, then move back down to 75.56, which is right above yesterday's low. And then the 20-day point of control is right here at 75.44, so that's the magnet for the time being. But then remember that we have a couple of overnight lows that haven't been tested yet. So I'm thinking that we might make an attempt to test this, right? And this is the close from this session, which also hasn't been tested. So from this day on, all inventory is long. So I'm thinking that eventually we're gonna attempt to test this area, and it's also the low side of this range, right? Like this distribution, if you look at this distribution right here, that's the low volume node, and then if we fail to hold above it, chances are that we test the low side of this range. So that's what I'm looking for. Oh, did I mention the bullish scenario? Yes, holding above the size, targets 76.15 and 76.32. All right. And Q has this untested point of control at, what is it, 29,460, right below that. So that's a target to the downside if this bearish imbalance plays out. And then the previous week's low, which is at 29,274. All right, crude. See that line that I drew the other day? Now it's holding above it, and I said if we hold above it, then 70 is the target. We almost got there, but sellers stepped in, so watch that 70 to be tagged. Also, gold is it tested last night at that low volume node, the 4120 area, and then it's bouncing again. So this previous day high looks like it's a play, and like I said before, eventually if we break above it and hold above it, then we could see a move to the 4300s, and losing 4120 will bring us back down to 4040. All right, what else do we have today? We had some numbers at 8:30. Then we have at 11 a.m. New York Fed inflation expectations. Then we have some 52 bill auctions at 11:30. Some reports at noon. Trump probably talking around noon. 3-year node auction, and that's about it for today. And then tomorrow we have FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. and jobless claims on Thursday. All right, I think that's about it. I'll be here till about noon, and then I'm gonna be watching soccer. Good luck.